What's up, everybody? It's Weeb Guy, and surprisingly, we're all not dead. Though, if you asked everybody last week, that might have been a different thing. And for the first time in a while, we got a five-piecer going. So, to start off, how's everybody been doing?
I'm alive.
Well, we were dying last week, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
alive.
should tell you pretty much everything you need to know.
We have officially been isekai'd into a podcast.
Weddle got me sick, so I'm slowly
Me
getting
too.
sick. I could feel it.
Trevor got me sick.
Were you guys
so-
kissing?
Hoot.
But you got
Only
me
a
sick,
little.
so I'm mad.
How else do you box?
I don't understand your question.
I don't
Why
usually.
you guys be
I don't
kissing?
usually
Did Lena
box
get sick?
with my lips.
You're doing it wrong.
Did Lena get sick?
She's sick now.
Nice.
She just got antibiotics.
Then it was definitely you.
We're blaming
It was
Trevor.
definitely you.
It was either me or Trevor, or it could have just been some grody motherfucker in that gym, because that gym's pretty...
Was it packed?
Oh, no one was there.
No, it was empty.
That's fair.
Because they were sick.
But it was Friday, so everybody was there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But yeah, and definitely probably wasn't cleaned up after. So,
Definitely not.
Have you seen that bathroom?
anyways,
No, because I refuse to use it.
I've never used it.
I didn't even
I was
know
here
there
this
was
morning.
a bathroom.
I said seen. I didn't
It's
say use.
currently-
No one
Okay.
can use it.
Nice. Gotta love gutter flooding. Has anybody, before we get right into our topics, has anybody read anything, watched anything interesting?
I'm watching The Millionaire Detective right now.
Interesting. Is
And
he a
then-
millionaire?
He is
Is he a detective?
more than a millionaire.
Not a detective, though?
No.
Damn.
If
That's
you have
crazy.
money, you can be anything.
That's fair.
Literally.
You know what? I'm
Even
gonna
Batman.
leave that one alone.
And I
You know,
Chill.
we are not a political podcast. I will leave that to myself. So, anyways, we're going to start off with Sakamoto Days, and we kind of haven't, we've touched on it the last couple times we've been on here, but we've been back and forth. So I'm very much interested in where everybody is at the moment with how they feel about Sakamoto Days. Yesenia, I'll let you go first because you had positive reviews.
don't know. It's just I don't know. I just like it. I'm weird.
Why?
Because it's like a bit of everything I like. It has a little bit of action, but it's like family and love and friends. And it's funny.
Do you like Spy Family?
I love Spy Family.
So, guy, I would
It
argue
reminds
that
me of
that's
Spy
pro-
Family.
that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my thing. Is that like it feels like a lesser version of Spy Family. Like if I wanted to watch something like that, like I would rather just watch Spy Family.
I think Spy Family's better,
Yeah, no doubt.
but I don't hate it. I was really weirded out by like the animation because it's like every time I watch a new show, it's like I have to get used to their little. So at first when I was watching it, I was like, I'm not gonna like this, but I do like it. Like I would finish it.
All right, Trevor, we're gonna go down the line here. What was your opinions and thoughts so far?
So for me, I think where it is kind of, I don't know if slower's the right word, but it's not more action-packed. I think it's an anime that I would appreciate more if I could binge the whole thing. It definitely feels like if I watched everything in one sitting, I would like it better. But going week to week, I get bored a little bit. I still like it. Action scenes are drawn out very well. I mean, it's still choreography, even though it's an anime. It's still done really well. I like it, but I think I'm going to wait till it's all done. I'm going to watch it week to week, but I'm going to wait till it's all done and then go back and watch all of it from the beginning again and see if that changes my opinion on things.
I actually agree. I have a hard time now. Like to clarify, I've not watched it the last 2 weeks, and I think a lot of it is just like I'm really not feeling as interested in it as I like. The way everybody hyped it up to be, and what I'm getting is not like I'm not getting that return that everybody was making it seem like it was going to be like this great thing, and like everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is you got Solo Leveling and Sakamoto Days, and I'm like, I mean, I just
Those two aren't even in the same stratosphere.
no, not
No,
at all.
not in there.
Not at all.
I think that's another thing is that I don't have like I have that's like my own opinion. Like I don't
Right.
like have other people influencing me because I don't
Right.
watch other people's reviews of it. So
Yeah.
I don't
You
have
don't watch
like
our own
I wasn't
podcast,
hyped,
Yesenia?
huh?
You don't watch
I
your
don't
own
I don't watch
podcast?
my own. But like yeah, so I don't have people being like, "Oh, it's going to be like the greatest thing ever." I went into it like kind of completely blind.
No, that's fair. I kind of wish I would have. I might have
That's why I
appreciated it a little more.
watch weird, like sometimes obscured, like what other people don't really watch because I like to not know anything about it when I'm going in.
Yeah.
I do like the newer, like I like Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, all of those, and I knew a lot more about those going into it, but yeah, I didn't really know anything about Sakamoto Days.
No, I strictly went based off of just kind of the hype that everybody was putting around it. It doesn't help that Netflix wasn't really promoting it either. They
Yeah.
weren't promoting it like Dandadan, I felt like was getting promoted.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
and it helps that Dandadan lived up to that hype that everybody was giving it, but Dandadan was also getting promoted. And I'm wondering if Netflix didn't heavily promote this because they also kind of maybe felt like this is a okay anime, but I don't. It's not a Dandadan. It's not a Solo Leveling. It's not.
One thing
Go
I
ahead,
want to
Trevor.
add real quick too is that winter is an off anime season. Their big ones are fall and spring, are usually the big fall, especially that because that's like a in the on the forums and all that fall anime. Here's the big ones that are coming out, and it goes into Christmas. Winter's kind of an off season, so we're in like a anime slump. It's just normal for the type of year too. So I think that's a lot of why one they weren't promoting it, and two it's kind of mid.
Right.
Solo Leveling I don't understand being this time. I think they just didn't want any competition and like we need to give people something big. This is the perfect opportunity. Nothing else is really coming out.
I am glad they ended up moving up Solo Leveling to being a winter anime because I also think that Solo Leveling also saw. Well, yes, this is probably anime of the year, in my opinion. They did not want to go up in the spring season with One Piece coming back and everything, because
Yeah.
once One Piece comes back, that's all you're going to hear about. Solo Leveling's getting overshadowed by One Piece. No matter
Yeah.
how good Solo Leveling is, once
Yeah.
One Piece comes back, that's all you're hearing.
One Piece has consistently been one of the big three.
Yeah. So, the thing with Sakamoto Days, I think that was also maybe why they were hoping if we put this out in January, we are going to have more focus on it because there isn't as much coming out. Like if you looked at the lineup for the winter, there's only like 3 or 4 that are actually worth watching. I think ReZero was one of them.
Yes.
That's
You had
canon
Solo
friendly.
Leveling. I would say Sakamoto Days was one of the ones that everybody's like, oh, well, this is probably, something different. And it is, it is a little different. The story is not bad. It's just not engaging me to the point where I'm like, feel like I need to watch it.
Hmm.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like low mid. It's not something that I actively am like looking forward to the next episode, but I'll watch it. Does it make me feel anything or connect to them? Absolutely not. Do I really care what happens? No.
Right, exactly.
It exists and it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing I want to read. Like, as much as we're kind of like saying it's mid, like, we're not saying it's bad. We're just
Not at
saying
all.
that the hype to what actually is being putting out at the moment, we're like here. Like, where Don to Don, the hype was here, it was also right here. I would argue that the hype to what we got was, I mean, I think better than what people expected. I think better than what Netflix expected. And maybe when season 2 of Sakamoto Days comes around, like, I am gonna still watch it. But as far as like us on the podcast, I don't know if it's gonna be one that I think we're kind of figuring out if this is even something we decide on still talking about at this point, or do we just say, hey, like, unless something changes, like, we're gonna be solo leveling and then find something else that we can talk about.
ReZero is back.
Yeah,
It's so
which-
good so far, except for one little animation slip that I don't like, but I will ignore that.
Yeah, so ReZero, I know that you and Manuel are definitely watching that. I don't know who else.
He's not
anybody
caught up
else.
yet. He's not up to date to the new episodes.
Okay. And like I said, we definitely can have time put up for that if you guys want. I don't care to have that in there. I don't know if I'll have the time personally to catch up at the moment, but
It's long.
But I'll definitely like. I don't care to have that in here, even if it's a 15 or 20-minute segment, and I can, we can kind of sit back on that one, similar to what we do with Dragon Ball and
Perfect,
everything
yeah.
like that.
Because we're the only two watching it, and I mean, he's even still trying to catch up because some episodes are an hour long.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the thing for me. I struggle as is to catch up on anything that I'm watching. If I'm not fully engaged on it, that I'm not gonna be as willing to watch it so quickly. Like Hunter x Hunter, for example, that was something I had to keep watching. I couldn't stop.
That's how you get in ReZero after the first season, though. I will be honest. The first season is slow. The third season has some slow, or second season has some slow moments, but you need them. From there on out, it's just pure fire.
Okay.
But it takes a while to get to where it's consistently just new stuff and not world explaining and power explaining and all that shit.
Right. Yeah. I will probably end up watching it eventually, but at the moment it's just not one that I'm like, I can't put the time out there to do it.
That's fair.
Katie, did you have any more opinions on Sakamoto Days?
Not really. I mean, like I said, it's not good. It's not bad. It exists, but I can see, especially like Yesenia said, if you like Spy Family, you will like Sakamoto Days, hands down.
And like, again, and Trevor, I agree
What?
with you. Where we kind of said before we got
Spy Family was fucking boring.
I know,
like
but
Sakamoto Days.
okay, fair.
I don't know.
I'm trying.
I enjoyed Spy Family personally. Trevor, I did agree with you. I don't know if you said it while we were recording or if we did catch it, but where you kind of said like you don't even remember, like there's nothing memorable. Nothing that's making me remember. Like I do know where we left off. They were just finishing up at the theme park, I think, or no, they were at the theme park and they were getting ready. There was a fight, but other than that, like. Nothing that I've been like, I can't wait for Friday to come around or Saturday to watch.
It seems
the
like
next
right
episode.
now they're just building the team, and there's not much story going on right now.
My understanding is that that's kind of the whole thing, even through the manga.
I mean, and I've heard that it gets different later on when they go into like his backstory more. But I don't want to read 600 chapters. I know that's an exaggeration, but like, I don't want to read all that to get to something that might be decent.
See,
Sorry.
I feel like I just want his
agree.
backstory.
Yeah, we don't want the current
that
stuff.
Yeah, because that looks badass.
Well, and apparently, from what I've heard people
Aren't
say,
you watching One Piece?
Me?
The audacity is crazy. Is all I'm saying.
The audacity.
The audacity.
I usually do 12-episode ones. Okay.
So the thing I'm also hearing is that they did cut out some of like the funnier or fun stuff.
More fun.
Thank you, Trevor. I was trying to figure out how to word that. From the manga, that I guess like that first episode we get is like the first chapter, and then they skip like chapters 2 through like 4 or 5. So like they don't even get into any of like the shenanigans with Sakamoto and see, I don't even remember the name. The other guy, the
telekinetic one.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, telekinetic.
Shen. Is that who it is? Shen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like there's stuff that they're already cutting out to make it, I guess, more action based, and I don't think you need to do that. Like, why aren't we building up these characters? Like, I don't know these characters. I don't Like, I don't know their dynamic. I kind of get their dynamic, but having another episode where you're at least building on that dynamic would help me maybe want me to think that these characters are more memorable.
Even in the manga, I don't really remember it I mean, it would go into like a little bit of like their past with Sakamoto and things like that, but I still just didn't care. It wasn't enough to make me give any
To
damn.
me, this anime is going to be exactly like Devil is a Part-Timer. It's like nothing super awesome, great to write home about, but it's just good enough to keep my attention. So I'll probably have it as like a background watch or something like that.
But isn't Devil is a Part-Timer like a comfort anime for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
It
mean,
is a comfort anime.
it is. I do love Devil is a Part-Timer. But like the difference is
You're
Devil is
Platinum with no features.
yeah.
Animes now, and I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
Devil is a Part-Timer is at least memorable to a degree. Like there's moments that stick out to me. Like right now, Sakamoto Days has done nothing for me to keep
And
my
see, that's
interest.
where I think that if you binged it and watched it all, it would be more memorable. But going week to week,
Yeah,
It's
I'm
hard
not
to remember.
remembering shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm. And the only reason I'll remember is if they give me a recap.
And especially in a day and age where everybody has probably 3+ streaming services, people are watching multiple shows. It's not like back in the day when we just had Netflix and I'm gonna binge all of Lost. That's the only thing you're hooked into. Now people are scattered brain. They're watching so many different shows. It's hard to focus on just one. And I get overwhelmed and I just stop watching things for weeks. I feel like just being
Yeah.
like so overwhelmed with stuff.
I agree completely. It's kind of what I've not to get off track. Kind of what I did with Daima for a little bit was like
Yeah.
let it build up for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I can sit there and watch it.
Yeah, you guys were talking about it. And I'm like, oh, I seen spoilers, so I'm like, well, I gotta
Yeah.
catch up. So
Yeah.
I binged like 4 or 5 episodes in the past 2 days.
Yeah, which that might be a discussion we have at the end of this episode, just as a small little thing. Manuel, we didn't really get too many of your opinions on Sakamoto Days. What did you have?
Like I said, for me, it's just like a comfort anime. I don't think it's the greatest anime, but I don't think it's a terrible anime by any means. It's just
Mid.
what it is.
It's
It's just an
there.
anime. Yeah, it's there. It's like Devil is a Part-Timer.
Better than Uzumaki.
Dude, I could fart in a jar and it'd be better than Uzumaki.
That's gross.
It would have more depth.
Facts.
I never
Better
watched
character
Uzumaki.
development.
Don't. It's a waste of
Don't.
time.
Just read it. Just read it.
But I agree with Trevor. I think that once it's all out and you can watch it all in one sitting, it'll make it feel less slow and boring. So some opinions might change once we can do that. Also, I don't really have a lot of opinions on any anime right now because the chokehold that Solo Leveling has on me right now is too insane. I don't give a fuck about anything else right now. You have any idea how much I struggled watching the last bit of ReZero? Like the last bit of the second season.
You're not caught up, so I will not judge you for that statement.
But it's not that I thought it was boring, is that I just didn't give a fuck about it because all I wanted to do was read more Solo Leveling and watch more Solo Leveling. So my anime right now it's all skewed and fucked up because all I care about is Solo Leveling right now.
Have you read more
So-
Ragnarok?
So
I'm not
actually,
caught up, but I have been reading it.
that's a really good transition. So we're gonna go ahead and get into Solo Leveling because I think it has a chokehold on all of us. Whether it's Sung Jin Woo in a tank top mining, or because goddamn, if my wife isn't more in love with him, nice message.
The
He is
oral
Korean.
farming by Jinnu is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where we left off from our last episode, so we're about 3 episodes that we didn't discuss. Where we left off, he was mining and left with the cliffhanger of Cha finding him. So then we pretty much get into
The
the
Red Ogre.
is it the
battle.
red orc or high orc? I can't remember. I think it's
I think it's high or
high orc.
is it different?
Yeah.
In the,
Yeah.
Is it different in the manhwa?
No,
No.
I think it's high orc arc. That's fun to say. Firework art. So we yes. So we get pretty much Shaw's like, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. And then she kind of gets a sense of that Sungjin Woo aura. I mean,
And then Timon and Pumbaa come in. I can see what's happening.
yeah.
And they don't have a clue.
all I know is that Allison goes, that's a lucky girl. Just said, yeah.
I'm so glad that was her thought. Every time I see somebody sniff someone now, I think of Tokyo Ghoul and the gourmet. So every time, because that panel is so vivid.
Yeah, it is. It's very Hisoka-esque.
Sounds like
Yes,
I'm
it's
very
bad.
sounds like I'm very fortunate to not know what you're talking about. But
First season
Facts.
Tokyo
It's getting a
Ghoul
remake,
fire.
alright? Just wait for the remake.
okay,
I
gotcha.
need the remake.
Don't put that out there because every time someone says it, it disappears. Do not put it out there, please.
Okay, we're not getting a remake.
We're not getting one.
Doesn't
To be
exist
fair,
yet.
though, that was in season 1, and season 1 was actually fire.
Was
In
it?
fact, I even like season
one was
2.
amazing.
Season 2 isn't bad, but it skips
didn't-
80% of the manga.
It lost me
Yeah,
in season
and then
2.
season
not gonna
3 is
lie.
just the biggest pile of dog shit
As
I've ever
soon as
witnessed.
Ken,
I cannot even get into it.
I've
As
never
soon as
watched it,
Ken
so I have no clue.
turns, I was like, I don't know, it just something switched for me. I liked the struggle from season 1 that he was having.
I'm going to be quiet because I love Ghoul and the manga is a million times better. And they didn't do it justice because they skipped so much so you don't care about who any of the characters are. But anyways, I will go back to Solo Leveling. Just know the first season isn't bad. It's good. The second season is eh. Third season, just watch it so you have the general idea, then read the manga. There you go. You
I've
have
tried to
to.
watch
You
it
have
4
to.
times.
You
I've
have
tried to watch
to.
it 4 times, and every time I'm just like, this is
I've done it
fucking
3. I get to the second
lame.
season every
Try
time,
again.
and I'm like,
Because
It's so
Staple?
dumb. It makes no sense.
Put your
Okay,
eyelids
but-
open and then watch it.
let me just say, if you read the manga, you will get it. And it's still not good, but you will at least understand like the missing parts because they
Then
skip
what are
a
we talking
lot.
about here?
Because
Then what are we
if
talking
you
about
watch
here?
the anime,
Why the fuck would I have to watch it then if it's not good? You should definitely just read the manga. It's not going to make it any better, though, for your understanding. You might as well just read the manga. Just fuck the whole anime. Just read the manga.
I'm gonna say if you watch the anime and then go back and read the manga, you'll say, "Oh, I get this now. This is why this happened." Your brain will put the little pieces together like a jigsaw puzzle, and you will feel so much better because you could visualize some of. I don't see pictures in my head. I have to do something, sir.
No. I'll read the manga. I'll
Do
give you
it.
that much.
Do it. I will lend
I'm
it to
gonna
you. Even
fucking watch
drive
season.
to Texas.
Basically, am incapable of watching that season. It's so bad.
Incapable.
What did I say?
Did you say
Incapable.
incapable?
Same difference.
I think that's like if you take
Teaching
your
all
tape
day. Let
off,
me do something.
I'm
Let me get you on something, okay? You're hating on Ghoul right now. I have to get you on something.
Anyways, we'll get off the Tokyo Ghoul talk, and we'll get back to Solo Leveling. So we start out with the High Orc arc, which, the next episode, you're leading up to them getting to who inevitably ends up being cussed. Which, reading the manhwa and then seeing this animated, these 2 episodes, holy shit. Like,
So even after reading the manhwa, I read the novel and the manhwa, and I pictured the scenery very differently. I didn't picture it in a castle. I pictured it outside. Am I crazy, or am I the only one?
I think you're crazy on that one.
Okay.
I also think you're crazy.
Even in the manhwa, it's a castle looking.
Yeah, he even explains that of how it is, and then they even talk about how we're talking about the dragon.
No, we're talking
What are you
about.
talking?
We're talking.
The high works in that battle.
I don't remember the manhwa, to be honest.
I mean, in the manhwa, so like
It just
in
looked like a regular dungeon to me, so I didn't even think twice about it.
It starts out in a dungeon, like a regular dungeon, and then they get to a point where they go to like a castle. Like they're like, no, we're gonna take you to our leader, and then you find out that they're pretty much gonna kill them, but like torture them for their entertainment. And one of my favorite parts of it is so Sung Jin Woo thinks he's like clever and slick and like, oh, I'll go invisible and I'll help him out. And then you have some of like the hunters going, does he not realize we can't? Does he not realize we can see him?
Yeah, he's not
Like-
used to actually working with higher level hunters.
Right. And so I like that they did, like, in the manhwa, they do, they touch on it, but you don't really get to see, like, how it plays out or how they see it. But in the anime, it makes more sense. Like, I was able to see, like, so you can see him, but how, So that was cool. I do like that, while he is very OP, like, it's not like he's undetectable to an extent. And then I also like
Not yet.
not yet.
Yet.
Yeah. Manuel was holding back on that spoiler.
Not
It's
yet.
not a spoiler. It
No.
was in the newest episode.
It was.
Facts. Yeah, I
New
feel
episode, man.
like if Manuel could, he would spoil the whole manhwa just right now.
I'll gladly have an hour-long discussion about how the manhwa ends.
I did it to myself, and then I was talking to him about it, and then it kept going.
Yeah.
And then you learn more.
I'm stupid. I just decided to Google something, and then
Well, I think I am picking it back up now since we're kind of like where I'm at in the manhwa. I'm just past Jeju Island. I think I'm a little bit past that. So
So you're in Japan,
yeah,
the Giants.
I'm getting ready to start that. I think. So yeah, I think I finished Jeju, and I was like, okay, I think this is where the anime is stopping for right now. So like, I wanted to get ahead of the curve, at least for the sake of this. But the animation and the fights for the high orcs. Can we talk about how
Peak. Fucking peak.
at this point I'm just not surprised anymore at the lengths of how these fights are animated. Like every time I'm like, there's no way they could go above this fight, and then it's boom, we're already 2 steps ahead of it. Like I cannot wait because it's pretty much been confirmed that we're gonna get Jeju Island as like the last couple episodes.
There's an argument on Reddit. People are trying to troll people and say that it's not happening. But if you look in the opening credits, is Shadow Baru, which almost confirms we're getting Jeju Island.
With the way the pacings go,
the way
going,
that the last one ended, I'm sorry. I was just thinking
you're
about
fine.
it.
You're fine.
I was the way the last episode ended. I was like sitting there and I was like,
Oh,
no, it made it to the.
right.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I wanted to go to
Which
Weddle
is
and be like,
crazy because, like, before he even gets to Jeju Island, he still has to go to 75 levels of the fucking.
He's in the middle of doing that right
tower.
now.
yeah.
So this
Yeah, because in the last
Yeah.
episode he just met Isol.
well,
Yeah.
not officially, but yes, officially. has
Yeah.
met. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So-
he was like, I always wondered if you guys felt fear, and now I know. And
And
he
then
was
it's boom.
like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck?
Can we talk about how good they are at just fucking ending things abruptly?
Every episode, I'm just like,
Okay,
what
pisses
do you
me off.
mean it's over?
Every episode is on a
Seriously!
cliffhanger.
It feels like 5 minutes, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Why is he walking down the hallway?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like,
I was
son
at
of a bitch, you've got me again.
work in the middle of the night, and I wanted to just scream, but I couldn't because I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I didn't want it to end. Also, it's at the island now. What the hell?
Yeah. So we do get our first inkling of Jeju Island starting to kind of work its way through. I almost said Chimera Ant. I don't know why.
It's very similar. Like,
very similar. Like
very
It's
similar.
an ant.
you
it's
get
just
your
creepy.
first. I thought they were gonna have that ant attack. I thought that was gonna be a way that they ended the episode and not how they actually ended it, because I thought that would have been a better way of them doing it. But I'm willing to bet that they're probably gonna do that the next episode. That's how it's gonna end, and then you're setting up. Okay, because from here, pretty much episode 8, from what I'm reading and what I'm actually looking at right now, we're getting Sung Jin Woo fighting Isol, and I mean, I guess kind of mini spoiler, they end up teaming up, and then also fighting Demon King Baron, Baran, however it's pronounced. I guess we'll find out in this next episode.
And then right after this arc is another. Goes right into another.
Goes right into like the training, almost like them sparring.
No, it goes right into the school getting attacked.
I think he's right.
I'm too poor to read it, so I don't know yet.
I'm trying to.
No.
Not
no.
too more. I could just
Is
do
it?
The
Weddles,
school
but I just forget.
happens when he's in a dungeon.
Yeah.
I thought it was like he's in the tower.
No, because he gets approached by one of the guilds about assisting in a raid, and they offered him like 20% or 10% or something. He's like, no, we're gonna do it 50-50, and you're gonna treat me like my
You're
own
right.
guild.
You're right.
So
you're
then
right.
he's in there, and then in the middle of the guild,
Yes,
he sends
you're
off
right, you're right.
Beru, and he's just like, Beru, handle these motherfuckers. I gotta go. And then he hops on Kaisel and fucking just jets to the school because Shadow Exchange doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Okay. Yeah.
You're probably not there yet, Damien.
You took
No,
off
you
your
should
head.
be. You should be.
How am I not there? If that's gonna be the next thing, and I'm already done with Jeju.
No, it's further ahead than I thought.
Okay.
But you might be there. I'm not sure. Anyway, cut
Well,
all that out.
yeah.
Everything I just said, cut out.
I act like we didn't talk about that.
Nope, nothing
Talk
happened.
about what?
So, 8 is gonna end up. Well, did anybody else have any more opinions on the last couple episodes before we?
Not
Is
an
my opinion on it.
Not an opinion, but we are currently on level 70, correct? Jinu?
I don't remember.
He's a high A rank.
He's S rank. Or Jinu or
Jinu, yeah.
S rank.
he's S rank.
Is he
now.
S rank?
Yeah.
Are you talking about in the anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got marked as the 10th S rank
Yeah.
hunter.
So the last episode.
I think he was talking about one of his soldiers, where he was saying one of his soldiers was high A rank.
Yeah, that was
That's
towards
what
the
it
end of
is.
the
That's what it
episode.
Yeah. Yeah. The episodes have been great. Again, I applaud it every time. The pacing is phenomenal. Even to the point, I heard somebody saying they would almost kind of want a little bit of filler to like world build and like build up some of the characters, but I don't think we need it.
No, they
Okay
did a
with-
good job.
Yeah.
I think that they do a good job of that, because they
I agree.
do it, but it's in the middle of the action as well, and they've kind
Right.
of been building up, like President Choi and President Beck, kind of building up their rivalry. Like, it's a fun rivalry because they're veterans of the first Jeju Island attack, so you're getting more character depth with them. You've got more Heian Cha character depth than you did in the manhwa. So they are kind of doing filler, but it's in with the action, so you don't have whole episodes of filler, because we only get 12 episodes a season.
13 this time.
13.
But yes, normally
So
12.
yeah, you don't.
The last one's a movie, right?
The last one is going to be. So, there's conflicting reports on this. I'm hearing that it's going to be episode 12 and 13 released simultaneously.
That's all I've seen.
I've seen a few different things too.
But,
so
but like the way people have also worded it is like, oh, we're getting an hour-long special, where I think, no, we're just getting 12 and 13 together.
That wouldn't even come close to an hour. That'd be like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
46.
So I don't,
46, yeah.
if you're
Is that counting intro and outro?
Yeah, counting intro and outro.
So 40
All
minutes.
I've seen is that the last 2 episodes are going to air at the same time.
Okay, that's what it is
Which-
then.
Which, let's be honest, I think we know the last 2 episodes are Jeju Island.
I need it.
I know. We only
Can you
got.
say-
I
You know,
want.
it's
No,
only-
I don't
more
need
in
it.
life.
I need season 3.
No, I just want to see Beru. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all I
That's
care
right.
about.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna be honest. We'll probably get season 3 later this year because of how quick they're pumping them, because it's so big.
And they're not very long seasons. Like
Right.
12 episodes is nothing
No.
for anime.
No, I honestly wouldn't be surprised with the way that the timeline from when we got the first season to the second season. I would, if I had to guess, if they really wanted to fast track it, we'll get
Fall.
it by, I would say, at the earliest fall, at the latest we'll get it winter. We'll get it a year from now, if depending on what they want to do.
Do we have any lineup for fall anime so far?
Fall, I don't know. Do we?
Is either spring or fall. I want to say it's in like
Fire
the summer
Force is
months.
spring.
So
It's April.
Okay, so
It's April.
Number 8
Is
That's a
summer.
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 Don
There's
Don
like-
summer.
Summer's gonna be amazing.
Summer's gonna be sick.
It'll be fire for Fire Force.
Black Clover's supposed to be making a comeback too. Black Clover's supposed to be making a comeback too.
Yeah,
but we don't
nothing
have an
official.
They
official
keep
timeline
saying
for that.
it. They keep saying it, but they're waiting for the manga to be done, and it's almost wrapping up. But apparently, it may go on past where the current end was supposed to be. So it's a hot mess there. So I don't know.
So we're getting Black Clover Ragnarok.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
So it's funny you mentioned Ragnarok. I had a news article come up. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I know you guys are pretty up to date with this. Did you see that the Ragnarok author has stated that the first 318 chapters released so far of the web novel was just an epilogue?
That is the most Oda shit I've ever heard in
Yeah,
my
it
life.
really is.
So
We're 1,000
So-
episodes in. Okay, now we got a crew. We can finally start the journey, guys.
he comes out and
It's like,
says
what you mean by
that,
that, bro?
so he comes out and says that starting next Wednesday, so not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, that's when the prologue starts. This is when the real story of Ragnarok starts. And so, to put that, and I had a news article to follow along with this. Now we're already putting solo leveling in. The hell? That was weird. We're putting solo leveling in a level upon itself that it's gonna have multiple seasons now. We're talking movies.
I need the Funko Pops.
Have they announced any yet? Are we getting
Fuck
any?
no.
I just started seeing figures for solo leveling, like solid ones recently, and that was pretty recent. That they actually I'm seeing more of
There's
them.
actually solid ones now. The only
From
ones
what
that I
I've
had seen
seen.
prior have been pretty shit.
From what
Yeah.
I've seen, I'll double check online after, but I've seen a few.
So
Not many, but I've seen like 3.
I bought the third novel off of Crunchyroll, and so now I'm getting solo leveling recommendations, and you can now buy a Heian Cha body pillow
So
I'll take
off the
2.
Crunchyroll,
but
right?
hear me out here, man. You hear me out. Trevor's like, I've bought 2 already.
I'm not saying what I haven't purchased.
It's okay. We all
So
get
then-
it.
Facts.
That's fair. You know, the
Some
problem.
mommy chaw body pillows.
The problem is if I get one, then I also have to get Allison a Sung Jin Woo one. So it's a weird mix.
If you
know?
find it, please buy me one as well.
Yeah. She was even like, when I told her we were talking solo leveling, she's like, "Can I come in and talk about how fine he is?" And I said,
Yes.
I mean, it is solo leveling talk, technically. I mean, you're not wrong.
It fits.
It is crazy. They be doing him good for the women. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not gay, but like Sung Jin Woo, you know, like he can mine some diamonds for me. I don't.
But let me say, they've given the guys so much fan service where every little thing jiggles, and
Yeah.
you can see it for a solid 5 minutes. So we deserve this. This is our fan service, and we
No
deserve
doubt.
it.
No doubt. I'm not even mad at it. Like, for real. Yeah. So, damn, he's just got me flustered now. You know.
I just checked. There is no Jinu body pillow, just Heian Cha.
Not yet.
Thank
Why
you.
don't you get to making one?
I was gonna say I go to conventions. I see some weird things. I've seen a ton of Itachis and Sasuke's,
That's fair.
Astas. Yep. So
Is it
An
the wide
Oslo body
Oscar?
pillow would be a ripoff. He wouldn't even be that tall.
it was.
Wouldn't even get
You
your
get-
money's worth.
You get 25% off of Asta.
I'm waiting for somebody to do one of like adult Gon, but it's like his hair. It's just like the longest.
It's like 8 feet of just hair.
Everyone's mentioned different characters now. Please tell me they don't have a Hisoka. I'm just curious if somebody's out there
I'm sure
creating
they
that.
do.
I've seen Ahsoka. I've definitely seen Ahsoka.
They don't have Aaron. They don't have adult Aaron, but
I
they have
hate
Got
Ahsoka.
Aaron?
I hate
seen
that
Aaron.
I'm gonna Google. Yep, I have it.
I'll take pictures next convention I go to, Katie.
Eren Yeager.
You're a good man, thank you.
That's way better than the Elon Musk, I promise.
Doing this. Nope, I'm not gonna
Speaking
do
of,
it.
speaking of solo leveling and with Aaron, I saw something about could he stop? Could he like stop the rumbling? And everyone in the comments is like, yeah, he's a monarch. He can do it. Do you guys have opinions? Because that comment section was freaking wild.
I have an opinion. Zeke was right.
No, get out.
Trevor.
I'm sorry, it wasn't worth
Trevor.
80% of the world population.
Let me guess. You also think the Nazis weren't that bad?
Hear me out here. Didn't I have to edit a whole video the last time we talked about this?
It was quality content, though.
It is.
It is quality content. Hear me out here. Calm down, Elon. We're not, we don't promote that, especially in Ohio right now. Shit's
No,
getting crazy.
the Nazis weren't right. Nothing. I mean, they did great stuff for the
Nothing
automotive
came out.
community.
Hold on. Whoa.
Hitler, he created
Can
the
you force
Autobahn,
mute
which is the
Trevor?
world's safe.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I muted him.
Anyway,
Are you done now?
Zeke was not correct.
Am I
It was an
gonna
absolute
put you in
wild
timeout
take.
again, Trevor?
No.
I will tell you, that's great. I can mute anybody I want on here, so.
Aaron was right.
Aaron was right, for sure.
Objectively, he just was. He
Just
just was.
Just stop, okay? It's okay.
Yeah.
Aaron was more like Hitler than Zeke.
No.
Why do you
He
keep
killed
reading?
80% of the population.
Did he try to do
Hitler didn't
eugenics?
even do that.
Hold on. Zeke tried eugenics to get rid of Eldians. So no, there's a difference between eugenics and trying to protect your home country and your friends and family versus, hey, we don't like them, we're going to eradicate them. There is a difference.
But still, a lot of the home country was killed in the rumbling as well.
Okay, but
Sacrifices must be
including the babies.
made.
Yeah, that's the price you
babies
pay
that
for
died.
trying to cleanse the
Zeke's
world.
plan had 0 baby deaths.
no,
That is not true.
that's not the opposite.
What? You know what eugenics is?
Yeah, it was sterilization.
Yeah. They're
Of the certain people for their ethnicity.
He was basically such a hater that he says, "You see those people over there? Those fucking piss ants? I'm gonna make sure they can't ever procreate ever again."
And 80%
You don't
of the
think
world
Hitler thought the
population
same
would
thing
have
about the
lived.
Jews? That's crazy work, bro.
We need to quit. Just stop.
I hope that the AI that edits this realizes that we probably shouldn't have been talking about this.
It's a Twitter
the
feed.
AI is just gonna respond, "What the fuck?"
Wild. We somehow went from solo leveling being peaked to somehow Trevor trying to
Justify Nazis.
Yeah. Good thing I muted that.
No, Nazis aren't right. Great at automotives. That's it.
It's a good day
I'll give you
outside.
that,
Let's
actually.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Well, that's the only thing. Nothing else.
Yes.
Trevor, keep that comment to yourself. I feel like your wheel's turning. Okay, so
Nope, that's it.
yeah, okay. Just making sure. Making sure I don't have to edit any more of this video. So episode 8, we're getting I'm sure the animation's already gonna be phenomenal. We're in a crazy time right now that that animation is where it's at. And like I said, with solo leveling, everything I expect, they're up here. So I can't wait. I hate that we're closer to the end of the season than we were at the beginning of it. So
I didn't even
Okay.
realize that until now. Why did you say that?
because I had it right here on my notes. So unfortunately,
Ooh.
I know, right? Unfortunately,
Shame.
they're not gonna One Piece it and just 20 episodes of Jinwoo going through his inventory catalog to figure out what weapon he's gonna use.
Ragnarok
I
might
would have
be like
watched
that.
it.
Ragnarok fight. I can't wait again, I'm gonna start reading again on the Manwha because I've gotten to a point where I need more. Some other news that relates to solo leveling. I know we all are watching it subbed because we're impatient. Anybody that does watch the dub, it did get delayed. Episode 5 got delayed, but episode 5 and 6 will both be dubbed together on the 22nd. So this coming week, you'll have episode 5 and 6 dubbed. And which I've already established I'll be watching it again dubbed because Alex Lee is a phenomenal voice
Yeah,
actor.
the dub is better than the sub, 100%.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna be
disagree.
honest, I agree.
Saw that one coming.
Sub is
Sorry, Katie.
no.
It's just facts.
Facts can be wrong when you say them.
Nah,
That makes sense.
You know what? At least I'm not gonna go there. It's okay. I'll be quiet.
So, did we have anything else on solo leveling? Are we other than
Besides
where,
that, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
bro? Have you ever had pizza?
Did you say pizza?
Have you ever seen Mommy Cha?
I have.
Apparently in body pillow form.
Yeah. Hear me out
You guys
here.
say-
$9 on Crunchyroll,
How much was that, Trevor?
$31.99, and then if you are a mega fan, you get 10% off.
What is it after tax? Because I know you bought it.
I don't know. I'll forward you the link. Yes.
The thing is I've heard conflicting things on that too because Sony, the PlayStation Network went down that same weekend.
Yes.
And what a lot of people don't know or might not know is that Sony actually owns Crunchyroll, so
Yes.
that could have all been kind of hand in hand on
I
that one.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I do like
Damien,
to...
I have bad news. You're only allowed a maximum of 3 per customer.
Fuck.
Why? I need 6.
It says maximum 3 per customer.
Why the fuck does anybody need more than one?
For your body, it's a body pillow.
Yeah, one.
Okay,
Pillow for the
one
whole body.
One-
torso, your legs, your arms.
Here's the thing. I'm fat. I
Don't
need 2.
piece it out. It's not a fucking Lego set.
I need one for my front and one for my back. It's cool. A cha sandwich, as one would say.
I mean, if everyone's buying them, I guess I'm peer pressured to buy it, right? Yeah.
Peer pressure? Peer pressure? Peer
Would
pressure?
we call that the cha-cha slide?
You might be onto something. You might be onto something.
I might be
The
on
hot Cheyenne slide?
Bro. Say I won't. Because I won't. Now I just got a whole video TikTok idea. We're gonna get viral off of one stupid video where I'm doing the cha-cha slide with 2 cha pillows. Trevor's liking it.
That's why you need to buy 3.
So Trevor
You're
can
allowed
join
3.
in?
You just can't do 4.
Fuck.
If we all order together, we can get 15.
Why is Crunchyroll still out of the body pillows? Podcast apparently just bought them all. They each need
Right.
3.
That said for research purposes. Yeah, so yeah, cha is definitely a good pick for a body pillow if you want one. Can't say I've ever just went to the body pillow store and picked out my favorite character, you know.
Katie is 9 o'clock.
It's 8 here.
It's yeah.
I'll forget that.
Yeah. 10 o'clock our time. So leveling peak. Sakamoto Days. Trevor, you did say you were caught up on Daima, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of Dragon Ball talk because we do have a little bit of time. So probably the biggest episode for Daima, the whole season, happened this past Friday, and it involved... They haven't officially confirmed the transformation yet, but we pretty much got Akira Toriyama's version of Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. It is an interesting design choice. I don't understand why he has Ludacris's big hands from his music video.
They're monkeys.
I'm aware.
That's
Also,
why.
racist. No, calm it down, Frieza.
Monkeys have big forearms and hands and shit.
I know. No, I was talking to my brother about this. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. I wouldn't would be less surprised if they didn't refer to it as Super Saiyan 4, but maybe Super Saiyan Primal is kind of what I've been calling it.
Super Saiyan 5.
It's the golden.
Gold monkey.
It's the gold monkey. Yeah, it was a great episode. I like how they utilized and how he actually stayed the smaller size. I never understood in GT, which granted, whether it's canon or not is here or there. GT, when he went from Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4, he became a full grown adult again when he was Super Saiyan 4.
The
Which I
reason
never
behind it.
understood.
So the reason it's other than it just being plot armor.
Yeah.
His body was too small. He could not sustain Super Saiyan for long. That
Right.
includes Super Saiyan 3. That's apparently just out the window because he went Super Saiyan 3. But he was able to surpass that and go Super Saiyan 4. And since Super Saiyan 4 was in adult form, he could keep in that form.
Right.
It's just sheer plot armor.
Plot armor, for sure.
That's Dragon Ball all the way through Dragon Ball Super to a T.
But Daima last, actually 2 or 3 episodes have definitely, the animation is really picked up. It is Dragon Ball at the end of the day, so you kind of know what you're getting. I did like Akira's vision of what he wanted Super Saiyan 4 to be. I'm curious to see how we move away from it, though, because if we're to believe that this is all still the same timeline and not an alternate universe, how do we go about saying he can't be Super Saiyan 4 again? The only thing I can think of is that, the Namekian that did it is the only person that could release that potential that Goku could never actually do it himself.
Very much like what was the big Namekian's name who unlocked the potential for Krillin and Gohan? Same concept, not really important, but
yeah, is it the older Namekian? I know who you're talking about.
It's basically like Dende's father.
Yes. So I'm wondering if that's kind of how they'll go about it, or there's a possibility that there's more seasons and this is an alternate timeline, which I'm fine with. I'm fine if it's a completely alternate thing. We do know that there's different universes, different timelines out of the realm of possibility. I did like how they used the tail for Super Saiyan 4, wrapped it around Goma's arm to kind of swing around. I did think we were utilizing his form a little more, and he's not more powerful than Purunga. Super Saiyan 4 wasn't the be all end all, like all of a sudden he's Super Saiyan 4 and putting in the work. Like, no, he's still struggling, so it at least makes Goma seem like he's a bigger threat than what he is. And we left off on a good cliffhanger. I'm curious to see where we end up going with the Dragon Ball fiasco.
So I'm going to have to hop off here real quick, but I do want to say that I don't like that Deborah just carelessly let, it's gone, I don't care.
Right.
I didn't like that it made him more powerful than Majin Buu would have been.
Right.
To me, that's just crazy that one eye has that much power, and it's just been on the one guy's belt this whole time.
Unfortunately, I think it's just plot armor. It is something just to move the plot along.
So, this whole I really like Daima, but I feel like it is mostly fan service.
I agree. I heard somebody say that pretty much people look at this as like Akira Toriyama saying he picked some of his favorite things from each iteration of Dragon Ball and packed it all into one. And that it was like a gift to everybody that has been a fan of Dragon Ball. And I'm fine with that. At the end of the day, if this is what Akira Toriyama, if this is believed to be his last work before he died and everything was his wishes, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine if this is the perfect send-off that he gives us. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that Super has pretty much already been taken over by somebody else. Other than that, I don't have anything else on Daima.
You talking about Toyotaro?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Toyotaro. So he's pretty much been the protege. He's been in charge of Super the whole time.
Yeah.
With, I'm
under
sure with
Toriyama's guidance, but
with the blessings and stuff of Toriyama and hey,
yeah,
this is
so
what I want to do.
I would definitely be okay if they wanted to continue Daima. I actually wouldn't mind them doing Super but revisiting Daima.
Yeah. Somehow making it. I'm just right now. My problem is figuring out where they are gonna
how they connect. Yeah,
how they connect and how we get rid of or retcon certain things because like why wouldn't Vegeta have Super Saiyan 3? Why wouldn't Goku at least have
done Super Saiyan 4?
Right.
So what I like Vegeta got Super Saiyan 3 because Goku and Vegeta are always like constantly like this. So yeah, why wouldn't Vegeta do Super Saiyan 3? It was a shitty form. I mean, it didn't do much. So now they're like, okay, yeah, Vegeta can do Super Saiyan 3. And he actually did something with it in this.
Right.
So I didn't like that Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3. Now Goku's Super Saiyan 4. At least in Super, Vegeta's Ultra Ego and Goku's Ultra Instinct. You know, they're two
kind
different.
Of balance. They're pretty.
They're yin and yang, different sides of the coin.
Yes, exactly what I was gonna say.
Whereas in this, we're back to Goku being one step above Vegeta again. When I think we've established one is, especially after, was it Superheroes where Goku and Vegeta are fighting the whole time?
Yeah.
And then at the end, Goku's just like, you know what, Vegeta, you win. I'm done.
Yep, and then he passes out. Yeah, and then you finally get Vegeta finally wins.
So I mean that, yeah. One's not more powerful than the other.
I agree. So we're looking forward to Daima. We only have, I think, 2 more episodes of Daima. And Trevor, I do want, whether it's just me and you or me, you, and Manuel, we will be doing a full episode kind of just recapping the whole season as a whole and kind of giving our honest thoughts and opinions and giving our own review. Other than that, I think we're going to get ready to wrap up. Did anybody have any opinions or anything they wanted to, talk about before we went out?
I'll just add, if you have watched ReZero and you didn't realize the season started, it's only 2 episodes in.
All right.
Katie, if you're looking for something to watch Oogle Blatt.
Type the name so I can try to find it. Is it on Crunchy?
No, Amazon.
Okay, I'll get on it.
Also, because I know we all were watching animes, check out Link Click if you haven't. It's a phenomenal anime. It's definitely really different. Yesenia, you would really like Link Click, I think. Check it out.
Link Click?
Yeah.
Sounds slice of lifey.
It's a very interesting concept. If you guys have time, check out the first couple episodes. I think you'll enjoy it. On that note, this has been Weeb or Die. We'll see everybody next week, where we'll probably be talking about how amazing solo leveling is, and maybe we'll have a fun game or something next week.
Bye-bye.
On that note, we're out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.
Don't hang up.
Don't hang up.